Schooley got the mic, bringing you the lightning hype. Let's go. Who's gonna stop us now? Who's gonna stop us now? Thunder rising, we ain't backing down. No way, no way. Who's gonna stop us now? Who's gonna stop us now? Tampa Bay Lightning, we own this town. Heaven on the blue line, straight fire. Clutch with the magic, takes you higher. Points got the vision, seeing bread is food. You're about to witness something hectic, crazy. Who's gonna stop us now? Who's gonna stop us now? Thunder rising, we ain't backing down. No way, no way. Who's gonna stop us now? Who's gonna stop us now? Tampa Bay Lightning, we own this town. Run through walls for the squad. Run through walls for the squad. Shooter and Schooley got your back. We the Thunder, that's a fact, true. Who's gonna stop us now? Who's gonna stop us now? Thunder rising, we ain't backing down. No way, no way. Who's gonna stop us now? Who's gonna stop us now? Tampa Bay Lightning, we own this town. We do. Who's gonna stop us now? Nobody. Who's gonna stop us now? Nobody. Thunder rising.
Welcome to We the Thunder. My name is Rob, or Shoot. My friends call me Shooter. And I'm here with my podcasting partner, Thomas Schooley. And we're going to go from one of the best episodes we ever had to one of the most pathetic ones. And it's not because of us. It's because of the shit that we just watched. What a pathetic performance by the Lightning. I'm so pissed off at what we saw tonight, and we'll break it all down. There were good moments, but overall, unacceptable. Another awful performance, another overtime loss. Game 3, lost in overtime in Montreal, 3-2. Sad part is we're one shot away from winning it. We still had a chance to win it. Initial thoughts on the game, Schooley?
Can't clear the zone. Can't clear the zone, you're not going to win a game. One for 12 on power play faceoffs. The only time they won was when Point won it and then scored. If you're going to lose in every category that helps you win the game, you're not gonna win.
Yeah, good summary there. Had the power play chances. We'll change it up this time. Let's go through the stats right now of what we saw tonight. Phone lines are open. I guess I got to put the phone line up there, but I'll do that in a second. If anyone's got the balls to call this show, we'll put the phone line on there as soon as I go through the stats here and let Schooley commentate a little bit. Shots, 29-17, just 17 shots for the Lightning. If you looked at total shots on goal, which I don't have in front of me, we had a lot of total shots on goal, or total shots.
Shot attempts. Yes.
Not on goal.
Right.
We might have beat them in that category. Face-offs, we win the face-off battle, 54-45%. Power plays, 1 for 5. But penalty kill holds them 0 for 4. Pause right there on the power play. We started this game with Scott Sabourin. I guess Coop thought he earned his spot, and we needed that physicalness in there. Why the fuck did we not have Bjorkstrand in the game to score a couple extra goals? Right-handed shot on the power play. We go 1 for 5. They gave us chance after chance after chance, and we probably had 4 shots on those.
And some people, well, nobody knows this, but yesterday before we went live, we got to talk to Lightning Radio's producer before Espo came on, and he was talking about he didn't think that this was going to be a physical game, and it wasn't. You didn't need Sabourin in. But like he also said, and that's Steve Ersnick, he did say, you know, if you're going to put someone in there as a sacrificial lamb, then that would be why you put in Sabrin. But he believed that this was going to be less fights. And we didn't see anything until towards the end there.
We did not. Yeah, keep talking. I'm putting the phone number in there.
A lot of booing. Then I think when they realized that didn't affect Tampa, they stopped booing. Then when Tampa took the lead, they didn't boo. And then when it got tied up, they went back to the booing. But you think Cooch is like, are they saying Cooch or are they saying boo?
Well, I was waiting for Cooch to get the puck in overtime, which he didn't. For some reason, we started the fourth fucking line in overtime. And I was waiting for that classic moment where we were going to get a shoosh if Cooch could have pulled off an OT winner there after he was getting booed the whole time. He knows it's a boo. He likes it. But yeah, phone line is open. If you've got the cojones to call in, let us know your thoughts. We're going to definitely bitch and complain about this game, but let's not forget this was only game 3. It's a 7-game series. It's not over till the fat lady sings, but man, really disappointing performance. Keep going with the stats here. 31 hits for the Bolts, 36 for the Canadians, and we got a call here, so let's let them on. Hey, who is calling, and where are you calling from? Oh, hold on, Ryan. I hear you, but nobody else does. Let me get you on our line here. Schoolie, entertain the people.
Well, it started with a whole bunch of cat and mouse. You saw a lot of Paul coming in there and taking face-offs and then going right to the bench. And then Coop shuffled those lines like a Scrabble I've never seen before.
All over the place.
Yeah, he was shuffling all over the time. Point was found off that milk carton, though.
Point did score. We'll break down the whole game. All right, so we have Ryan. I think you said you're in Land O'Lakes.
Yeah, correct. Yeah. Just a couple of different takeaways that, I've noticed kind of, all series long really. And then we're only 3 games deep, but that's half the series. Aside of the very obvious, just lethargic effort consistently. And then as it's been said, not clearing the puck out of the zone ever. I played 25 years ago and that was, still 101. I know these guys have more talent in their pinky than I'll ever have in my body that I ever played, but clearing the puck is 101. And then I'm really, really just frustrated with the constant, the east to west passes in the crease, instead of just going north-south, go straight to the net. I just can't understand that the QT, let's see what we can sneak in there. Just keep going. Just keep hammering away, get those loose pucks. And it's infuriating because I feel like a lot of the stuff that we do is just overthinking. It's just overthinking instead of just doing the basic things that we're good at.
Yeah.
But that's just my take. Anyway.
No, you're 100% right, and it's super frustrating because the one clear advantage that this team's supposed to have is their experience, and we just see these stupid mistakes throughout the entire game.
Yep.
So really, really good point. But again, game 3, still plenty of time to make something happen in the series. But it's just, when you get the opportunity, we're 2 shots away from being up 3-0. That's the most frustrating part of it all, is we've not played our best hockey, and we were just 2 shots away. But man, those opportunities tonight, they let it slip away.
They had no plan for that overtime.
Thanks for calling in, buddy.
All
right. If anyone else wants to call in, I'm just curious what people are thinking out there after game 3 here. Schoolie, we got let me finish these stats here. Block shots 14-19. So once again, out blocked shotted in, I don't know a better way to say that. And then giveaways. 17 giveaways by Montreal to our 9. Same thing as last game. They were literally giving us the game between that and the penalties. And what did we do? Nothing.
Boom.
So that's your stats. That's your stats. Hope you enjoy them.
Yeah, I see Anthony here saying they need to stop taking stupid penalties.
Hold on, we got a caller here. Who's calling and where you at?
Hey, how's it going? Evan out of Lakeland, Florida.
Oh man, Lakeland's hot right now.
No, the other one was Land O'Lakes.
Oh, so hey, what did you think of tonight's game?
Just kind of want to reiterate, it is game 3, not a complete, panic index isn't all the way up yet. But I did want to point out a positive out of the game. Bassey played amazing. He was staying on his head. We gave up how many of those breakaways? We did get lucky there with Caulfield kind of whiffing on that one. But, gosh, Bassey stood on his head tonight. It's unfortunate that we kind of played the way we did in our own zone for him. But that is a good sign to kind of take away from the game at least. And Point getting off the schneid and getting a power play goal. That was big for him.
Yeah, huge goal for Point. It's been forever since he scored. And to be honest with you, he really needed that one because his turnover is what caused the first Montreal goal. It was that turnover that let them take it in the zone. So I'm glad he scored.
Yep.
Got Thomas Schooley off his back at least for a game, but too little, too late in this game. And the bolts dropped. You got a prediction for Sunday?
I'm going to go with another overtime game, and I think it's scored by. I'm going to go with the OT winner, going with a different defenseman. I'm going to go with Radish OT winner for the next game.
Awesome. Well, hey, if that happens, we're pulling this clip and we'll give you a shout out. But hey, man, thanks for calling. And if it does happen on Sunday, call us back. Hopefully, we'll be celebrating on Sunday.
Will do. I'm hoping it doesn't go to overtime. Hopefully we go in there and just beat the rails off them and are firing on all cylinders. But yeah, that's my prediction. But I'll definitely tune in.
All right. Well, yeah,
I will be live from the Lightning Watch Party at Coachman Park here in Clearwater. So if anybody wants to come to the watch party, the official Tampa Bay Lightning Watch Party at Coachman Park, I will be there, and you can join me after the game as we do the post-game show directly. As soon as it ends, I'll be finding somewhere there at Coachman to pop a squat and...
Oh, you're going to take a piss? Like a lady?
Come on up here.
Armature Works looked awesome. I had a friend texting me some pics saying, hey, are you here? And I told him, no, I have to do the stupid ass post-game show because I can't have any fun. Looked awesome from Armature.
What did we ask? What was the last thing you told Phil yesterday to lead us off, to sign us off with yesterday?
I told him to give us shoot the damn puck, and he did. And my God, I was saying that a lot tonight. Look at the last goal that they scored. That was not a awesome super shot. That was a shot through traffic that had eyes and found the back of the net. I don't understand why every shot we take has to be a perfect shot. We've got opportunities where it's Cooch, Hagel, you name it. There was a lot of guys that got opportunities right in the slot, which is right in front of the goalie, 10, 15 feet out, and they refuse to shoot the puck. The other thing we talked to him about is in his playing day, he would get the puck in those spots and he would not hesitate. He didn't care how hard he shot it. He just wanted to put the puck on the net. These guys refuse to do it. It's ridiculous.
This has been the identity of this team for years. If we go back to, I think, last 4 years of doing this show, we say the same thing. They're passing and passing and passing and passing. So it's got to be a Cooper system thing. I don't get it. That is annoying. You have Cooch and Point, who both have really been missing in the playoffs the last couple seasons. And I was listening to Eric Erelson during the intermission, and he said, you need your big guys to score, and then you need help from your non-big guys. If you're not getting the scoring from a Point, a Cooch, a Hagel, then what a Gage Gonzalez will do, what a Gergesons will do, isn't going to matter because you're not getting any help from your big guys.
Yeah, and look how we lost tonight. We had 3 goals, and who were on the ice for Montreal? Fourth line. Their fucking fourth line had had all of their goals tonight. It's crazy because we're shutting down their top line, which is one of the best lines in the NHL. It's just.
But how do you let Hudson
frustrating.
score? You can't let Hudson score.
There's 4 guys between him and Vasi. You cannot, and thank you for the first caller for giving Vasi those props, because man, he played awesome tonight. You cannot say that any of those goals were on Vasi. Kept him in the game. 3 breakaways, which is unacceptable. I know the last one with Anderson, he's jumping out of the box. That's just bad luck. But and I was expecting it, because I knew after how aggressive they were in the last overtime in game 2, I'm thinking they're going to carry that strategy over. They're going to be overly aggressive. They're going to give away 3-on-2s, odd man rushes, hopefully not breakaways, 3. And luckily Vasi was back there to make several huge saves. There was one save, I think it was on the power play, where it was across the ice, and guy had a wide open net. I have no idea how Vasi got over and got a piece of it, and it went up and out. But no fault of Vasi tonight. These guys on the ice need to play better, and they need to score some goals. Anthony.
Penalties. This is the one I was alluding to earlier, Anthony, with the penalties. The penalties didn't do anything tonight against us. We kept them scoreless on the power play. So that didn't come back to haunt us. I didn't think there was any real stupid penalties. They were all real penalties. Maybe some ticky-tack ones, some makeup ones for what they didn't call us. Like I saw you had posted on X, that should have been too many men on the ice for Tampa, again, for the second time in this series.
Yeah, they got lucky.
These were all valid calls tonight. There was no way none of those calls shouldn't have been. And they weren't stupid like we saw last game with Savarin and the game before that. These were legitimate, just play calls.
Yeah, let's go through. Someone was calling when you were speaking, and I didn't answer. So if that person wants to call back, I just wanted to let Schoolie get his point across, and I think that's them right now. Hey, who is it, and where are you calling from?
Hey, man, this is Mitchell Yates from Greenville, South Carolina.
All right. What's your thoughts on this game?
Yeah, man. So thought the forwards were kind of there was a lot of discontinuation, like just looked disoriented a little bit. And I felt like watching the game, I saw a lot more line shuffling maybe than normal, and that probably played into it. This overtime was the opposite of the last overtime. And I agree with it. You've got to get pucks on net. You made the comment about Hudson's shot was one through traffic that had odds. Not a great shot, but man, you've got to give yourself a chance. You know, you need some depth scoring, and guys like Paul, Terry, those guys get a lot of points and goals because of rebounds in front of the net. But I'll give credit to Dobish and Montreal also blocks a lot of shots. I think that's one thing maybe why we're struggling not creating those nasty goals, maybe.
Yeah.
Is because they're doing a good job at it, and maybe that explains some of the patience we're seeing. Like you said earlier, it's got to be a perfect shot.
Yeah, 19 block shots. So you're right, and that might cause some hesitation from some of the guys to take those shots, because you can real easily turn that around the other way and get a breakaway or an odd man rush. But there's also times when, like I remember specifically a chance for McDonough. We had a 3-on-2 during the 4-on-4, and Cooch gives a nice pass to McDonough. He's got a clear line to the goalie. He waits and passes it back to Cooch. Yeah. McDonough, you got to shoot the puck there. Yeah. You can't give it back to Cooch every single time. We can't play that way. And then guess what happened? That led to the first breakaway going the other way. So, again, it's our best players, these guys that are supposed to be our advantage in this series, who are letting us down so far. Well, hey, thanks for calling.
Yeah, I agree, man. Yeah, no problem.
Call back on Sunday after the win. We want some happier conversations on Sunday.
I see Jesse Wright saying he's been trying to call. So that was you, Jesse. Call him again. I did hear the call waiting. What was the face-offs again, Shooter? Do
We
you
won
have
the
that stat?
face-offs. We won 26. They won 22. But
Okay.
we didn't win the key ones.
No. And if you think about the 22, 11 of them were power play face-offs that they beat us. We were 1 for 12 in the power play face-offs, and the one was the goal. I mean, and we talked about this before the trade deadline. Are they going to go after a face-off person? They did not go for a face-off person. Someone in here said about Gensel's performance. Gensel keeps getting moved down. I don't know why. He has, I think, 5 points in these games so far.
He's
So I
5 in
don't
this
know.
series?
I think so. I think
We
he's
got
up to
to check
5
that,
now.
'cause
All
it must
assists.
be all assists. Yeah, I feel like he's been invisible. Obviously, took that bad penalty in the first. We got Jesse on the line. Jesse, what the
What's
hell
up?
happened?
Dude, I'm trying not to even get mad about it anymore because I just kind of like had a feeling it was going to happen. Like it just feels like we just don't care anymore. Like we won our Stanley Cups, and it's the same thing every year now.
Yeah, but you got
Just-
more than half the roster hasn't won a Stanley Cup.
I know. I don't even know. Like everybody just seems just kind of blah. Like I mean, just stupid penalties, stupid plays. Just everybody just looks confused, and then there's just like no effort. Like we got 2 shots on goal in the third period, I think.
Yeah,
Maybe 3.
There was a stretch from after Hagel scored the goal to take the lead to through the third period where we had 2 shots, like a stretch of almost 20 minutes of gameplay. I think.
Gensel does have 5
Walking
points. Gensel has 5 points. All of them are assists. The third period, the Lightning had 4 shots on goal. Montreal had 8. Overtime, Montreal had 1. Went in. Tampa had 0.
Another overtime with no shots. Here's a good question for you, Jesse. Anthony in the chat's
Yeah.
asking, Sunday, is it a must-win? Game 4 in Montreal.
Oh, it's a must win. There's no way. There's no way we're going to win 3 in a row if we lose on Sunday.
I think I'm
See,
on board.
I
we're gonna-
thought game 2 was a must win. I don't feel game 4 is a must win. I
I
thought
think
game
these guys
2
are going to win 3 straight.
They could. If they win, they won game 2 or game 2. They go on the road, lose 3-4, come back home, win 5, go back there, win 6, come back home, win 7. I mean, it's possible. I thought game 2 was more of a must win for a psychological than game 4 is.
Yeah, game 5s are always going to be huge. But man, when you come back here down 3-1, it's not pretty. I mean, I completely believe, even though I don't want to, because what I've been watching these guys do, I believe we will win on Sunday because they're gonna hopefully come out like a different team. But like they can't keep playing this Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, whatever it's called, type of game, man. It's ridiculous that this team's gone from unbeatable in the month of January, literally unbeatable, to an Olympic break, and we're a mediocre team. Like, what happened? Not over yet. Jesse, give us a prediction for Sunday.
I feel like we have to weather the storm on Sunday. I think they're going to come out, skating hard. At least Montreal will. We'll weather the storm, but I think we win. I'm going to say probably another close game. I don't think it goes to overtime. I'm going to say 4-2. I think we'll have 3-2 going into the third, and we'll get an empty netter. Make it 4-2.
I'll take it.
Yeah, I think someone needs to win in regulation. I think the Lightning need to win in regulation. I think this overtime is overtime doesn't give no confidence really. I think if you win it in regulation, then I think that would be a boost. I think for either team really. We haven't seen, what did they say, since 2021 was the last time the first 3 games have went into overtime. Lightning have never had to do it. Montreal, it's been since 1951 against Toronto. So,
Jeez.
It's nuts. All right, Jesse, call back Sunday. Hopefully, we're going to be celebrating the win.
Yeah. Yes,
All
sir.
right. Go
Take it easy,
Bolts.
guys. Go Bolts.
go Bolt.
So going through the chat here, I had Steven up there with a good one. Montreal's boards are super bouncy. Yeah, they are, and that's something that our team loves to take advantage of. So wait till Sunday when we're trying to score goals by bouncing it off the back of the boards like we love to do. Which I hate that strategy. I just put the puck on net. Greg's saying our defense is terrible. I mean, I don't think the defense is that bad. Of course, we're losing some of these games, but look at the 5-on-5 numbers for their top line. We're shutting down their top line. We're getting beat by the fourth line tonight.
Yep.
All right, find me some comments. I'm going to go through my game notes here.
I was trying to look to see if there's been any interviews yet. Nothing's came out of any of the interviews.
Hopefully they're having a good talking too. So I said it earlier, Sabourin in. I was not a fan of that. I would have liked to see Bjorkstrand on the power play where he did most of the little damage he did this season. What are
You
your
think
thoughts?
we see that? You think we see that for Game 4? I think so.
I hope so. I mean, I don't get the point of putting
If
Sabourin
we
in.
don't go Bjorkstrand, then I think they go 11-7.
So no chance of Geeky because Geeky's the other guy.
Yeah, which the Crunch started their playoffs today. Was shocked that they didn't send Geeky down. But then Syracuse didn't even start Halverson. They started the Solar Bears goalie, went down 3-0, and then put Halverson in the second. So not sure why they didn't start Halverson for the Crunch, who started their playoffs today. So good luck, Syracuse, on your AHL playoffs. Go get the cup. But yeah, I'm kind of shocked they haven't sent Geeky back.
Yeah, I mean, I'm hoping to see Bjorkstrand. I said it all season. Bjorkstrand did not have a great season. I think he ended up with 12 or 13 goals, most of them on the power play. But I said it all season, like he's the kind of guy that gets to a playoff and gets hot, right?
So here comes the statements coming out of the locker room. Braden Point, we definitely still in this series, but the next one is so important. We know we can be better. We've got to learn from our mistakes here tonight, and we've got to show better next game. I think it's almost copy paste from the last 2 seasons.
Yeah, it's getting old. It's getting
Yeah.
very old. All right, keep them coming as they come. But Montreal scores the first goal of the game about 5 minutes in. Texier. I'll give Montreal credit, and I'll give them credit all series. I mean, they're a good team. It's kind of not right that these two teams are playing each other in the first round, something we love to complain about, the stupid NHL playoff format. But I will give Montreal a lot of credit. They have a really good young team. Marty's done a great job with them. And that fourth line had a hell of a game, including this first goal, which I thought was almost a perfect goal. I mentioned it earlier. This all started because Point didn't get the puck in deep in the neutral zone. Turned it over. And then, some people are going to say Matt Vassie should have had that one, but I think it was a perfect pass. It was a perfect shot. And I think Vassie was screened a little bit by Carlisle, who was on defense. So
Ryan McDonough now comes out. We weren't as sharp as we needed to be for sure. Gave them breakaways and odd mans. We haven't done a lot of that in this series, but tonight it certainly got away from us defensively. And hats off to Vassie. He gave us a chance there in overtime, but ultimately I think the right team won tonight, and that's on us.
yeah. Montreal then gets their first stupid penalty of the game, and that was a trip by Dobes on Gord.
Go Besh.
I don't care what his fucking name is. And Tampa Bay scores a power play goal, Point from his spot in the slot. And I'm like, all right, it's just what the doctor ordered for
After
Brady.
winning the face-off, the only power play face-off they won tonight.
That was the only one they won. That's crazy.
Only power play. Yeah.
It's crazy. And then Montreal takes another penalty 30 seconds after we score that goal. Dotch trips Dominic James. And then, what kind of sucked about that one is they had to put the second line in because the first power play line was just out there. And they actually got a couple good chances. The second power play line likes to shoot more than the first power play line. Who knew? Perry hits a crossbar. James with a one-timer. I forget if it was this one where Paul had a chance too. It might have been later in the game. But either way, Montreal gets out of that one. Their power play or their penalty kill was super aggressive. You know when? When Cooch had the puck. When Cooch had the puck, they had two guys on him right away. And good coaching knows how to beat that. Like, you got to draw them in, right? You got two, they're already down a guy. You got two guys collapsing on Cooch. That's how they scored the first goal. They got it down low. Kensel gets it to Point, who's way open than he usually is. So these guys, I mean, if I can see what they're doing, what is wrong with our coaching and what is wrong with our power play? Tampa Bay gets a penalty. Kucherov with a trip. I mean, he had his leg out. It's a trip. The Montreal player kind of skates into it. It's a trip. It's a soft trip, but it's a trip. Cooch can't do that. You can't afford to do that in these games. And then Yanni Gourde, we cannot say enough. Yanni Gourde might be our best player besides Vasi right now. The way that Yanni Gourde killed that penalty almost by himself, we only let up one shot, and the power play or the penalty kill was awesome this game, and Yanni Gourde was a big part of that. Montreal then takes another penalty. Matheson this time hooks Hagel, who picked his pocket. Really smart penalty by them. But once again, this is a penalty at the end of the period. That's a dagger. When you can get that goal at the end of a period, like they've done to us a couple times this series, huge goal. Can't capitalize. Carries over the second period. Still can't do it. We then had some pressure in the second period, and Hagel scores a goal. Nothing fancy, 5-hole goal, put the puck on net. Imagine that. But that's when things changed. Cooch goes, and I don't know if he was trying to mock. You think he was trying to mock the goalie here? Here, I'll pull it up. You know what I'm talking about, right?
I think so.
So he's going to celebrate, and I mean, he's not in the crease, and his guys are on the other side, but he might be mocking him a little bit, which is probably not a good idea. He gets hit in the chest, gets a jab, and then Chernak goes off a little bit. They both get unsportsmanlike conducts, so it's 4-on-4.
Do you think it should be the goalie should actually get be in the penalty box? I think so.
No,
I think they would have to. I think they should have to bring in their backup goalie.
No, I don't like that.
I do.
Take that goalie out of the game. So at this point, I'm thinking, holy shit, we got him rattled. And then we play the rest of this period and get 2 shots on net. But actually, we might have just got 1 shot on net. Like, I seriously thought, like, now is the time we can score another one, maybe 2 more right here. Like, we've got them on their heels, and it was the exact opposite. That's when we had that 4-on-4. McDonough gets that clean look. Beautiful opportunity to just shoot the puck. Maybe you get a rebound and you got 2 guys crashing the net. But no, he has to wait and pass back to Cooch. They get a breakaway. Demidov the other way. Vasi with that huge save. Montreal continues to get stupid penalties. Demidov with the high stick when he's trying to go around McDonough. And another great penalty kill. If there is any highlight besides Vasi, it's definitely that penalty kill in this game. Just 1 shot on that Montreal power play. And then Montreal gets a goal. That was that was from far out, Dotch. And that went off McDonough's, basically in between McDonough's legs and in. Again, just like the overtime goal. If you put the puck on net, sometimes it fucking goes in. I don't understand why the Lightning don't understand how this works. And then it's our turn. They score the goal to tie it up, and then we take 3 straight penalties. Hagel holding the stick. I thought that was a horrible penalty. I mean, I think you said earlier our penalties were okay. That one wasn't. That was dumb as hell.
It was dumb, but it wasn't like the Sabarin going behind and hitting and interfering.
but it's obvious. You can't grab a guy's stick
Yeah.
for that long. Like you just want, I know it's Hagel. He's our golden child right now, but like you can't do it. You can't do it. And speaking of faceoffs during power plays, they were winning faceoffs. I remember they won 2 straight on this power play, and luckily we were able to get away with killing this one. So Tampa Bay takes another penalty. This was about 10 seconds after the last penalty expires. And this was a Lilleberg hook. And this one I will take all day. You had Newhook crashing the net, and you had a pass coming at him. I think you had a guy behind him, a Bolts guy behind him. But Lilleberg, I give you a pass on that one, because if you don't do it, they might score a goal there. And then
I'm trying to see if any more comments are cutting out. I'm seeing like
we'll
Evan
go back to the
Kloss,
comments here in a second. Let me try to go through this real quick. Their power play 1 gets a break because remember, 10 seconds after the power play expires, we get another penalty, and then they go to a commercial break. So they get those back-to-back penalties with the PP1. And again, this is when the Lightning are they're not even getting shots on net the rest of this period. And then, of course, we take another one. Radish, a high stick, which was really a check to the guy's throat. Like, you can't do that, man. Like, what are you thinking? And then the craziest part about this is Dominic James is down in the other end, ripping Anderson's helmet off, which should have been 2 penalties. So period ends, and the Bolts again were lucky that the PK played the way that it did. This penalty carried over. How many periods have penalties carried over from one period to the second period in this game? It feels like every period.
It was twice this night. It was first and the second, and second and the third.
So third period, they do kill off that penalty. Vasi with the massive save off of the Cofield shot, kind of. He fanned on it. But still a good stop, I guess, by Vasi. And then I see our guys getting chances where they refuse to shoot. They're making these extra moves. Again, we talked to Phil Esposito yesterday. If you haven't watched it, you should watch it. I listened to it again, and I never listened to our show twice. And it, like, that hour goes by super fast. I might have had it on like 1.25 speed though. So it's a fast hour. Definitely worth listening to. That's our best show we've ever had. I'll say it right now. Maybe the best show we ever will have. And yeah, like, these guys like don't understand. You make that extra move, you're gonna have a stick that gets in the way. You're gonna let the goalie set up. You might let the defense set up, and like, we're not getting shots on net, and that's why we're not firing the puck fast enough, and we're in the right spot. I'm mad schooling. What else? Montreal gets another penalty. Anderson, high stick on Carlisle. I did have a note here that we lost the power play face-off, which I guess we lost all of them. Guess how many shots we had on that power play?
0.
No, we had one.
That's right.
Good one.
I saw you tweet that.
And then the third breakaway.
You said if there was less than 5, you were going to go off on this podcast.
Well, here we are. Here we are. I don't understand it. I don't understand why they're not just firing the puck on net. Breakaway by Anderson. He comes out of the box, and of course, Josh Anderson's just killing us, but Vasi is better. 3 fucking breakaways we gave out in this game. That's unacceptable. You watch, there's 2 games on right now. You watch those games, you might see 1 breakaway in both those games. We gave away 3 tonight. You had the scrum in front of the net. Finally, we didn't get this bullshit fighting stuff in this game, but we saw our guys get bloodied up in this game. And I thought it was a miracle that the Lightning did not get an extra penalty, because usually those things happen and we end up getting the penalty. And then overtime, 2 minutes, 9 seconds in, Hudson with the 4th line out there puts the puck on net through 4 or 5 guys. Game over. I'm going to the chat here. We're way behind. Actually, let's go. I'm going to catch up with you all in the chat here.
Real quick, let me go over John Cooper's statement. John Cooper and why his team is trailing in this series. Well, there's 3 overtime games, so we've lost 2 of them. I thought of the 3 games, this was our worst game for us from start to finish. I think this was fortunate for us that we took this to overtime. We gave up 3 pretty much full ice breakaways in the game. Our goalie kept us in it. That was a little disappointing in that sense. Again, too many penalties, but found a way to kill them off. So we put ourselves in peril, got ourselves out of it, and then obviously had a chance to win it when its next goal wins, and we don't. They probably deserve that a little bit more than we did.
I don't know. I forget what game it was or what episode where you said at some point you got to stop blaming coaching and blame the players.
Yep.
I don't even know. Because we don't know what's happening. We don't know what the coaches are saying, but it's crazy because everybody knows what's going on, whether you're a casual fan, whether I posted the clip before the game of when you asked Phil, what do you think of the series? What do the Bolts have to do? He said the same thing we're saying. He said the same thing everybody knows. Stop taking the stupid penalties. What do we do the second period? Parade to the box. Gwendolyn's after Halpern. I think she said this a couple times at the beginning. Do you think this is it for Halpern?
Yeah. But, I mean, we've had the same issues every single year. Every single year. And every single year it's, we need a power play coach. We need a defensive coach. We just need the fucking team to play. Another thing Coop said is they shot, and I think that's the difference between what happened with Montreal and us. I thought we passed up way too many opportunities and we had to generate some. Give Doc and that line credit. They had opportunities and they shot them, and they went in the net. You can tic-tac your way down the ice all you want, but at some point you've got to shoot at the net, and that definitely was not our agenda for some of our night. So, I mean, I've said it. We keep hearing the same thing they know what the issue is. Coop knows what the issue is. I don't think he's lost the locker room, but we're hearing the same excuses these last 3 seasons. Too many passes, too many penalties, too many men on the ice. We've heard this for the last couple seasons. I just got a message saying, are they really going to allow this young Montreal team to beat them? Okay, Montreal is a good team. There's a reason why they were tied with points with us. There's a reason why they were the number 3 seed, and we are playing them in this first round. They are a good team.
Do you not think we're better?
I do, but like I said at the very beginning, I think it was with Coburn, and he said you can't compare teams. This reminds me of our 2015 team when we went against the Blackhawks in the Stanley Cup final. Montreal does. They have a mixture of young guys, a lot of young guys, a young goalie, and with us having Bish and then Vassy as the backup. And then they ended up going to the Stanley Cup, stunning a lot of teams. And that's what Montreal reminds me of right now, is that 2015 Lightning team. So I honestly think if they pass us, they could make the Stanley Cup finals. You see Buffalo has a weakness, although they really beat
the goalie.
They beat the Bruins up yesterday with Lions.
And goalie.
Yeah. And then you have Carolina, who they're still having a hard time. I really think whoever comes out of this series has the best odds of making the Stanley Cup final. I think this is the best series in the Eastern Conference. By the way, right now Utah is hammering who they play in Vegas 4-0.
Oh, it's 4-0 now.
4-0. Utah's first
home game.
First ever home playoff game. Over 1,000 people stood in line to trade in a Vegas Golden Knights jersey for a Utah jersey tonight. So it is now 4-0 Utah. Mackenzie Weegar, by the way, first playoff goal in the Delta Center there. Some other maybe down the road Lightning news. O'Reilly hit the overtime winner for the playoffs for his team tonight, the London Knights.
Good. Sam O'Reilly's having a great season. So listen, we've talked about some of these prospects. It's time to bring them up next season, and we'll talk about it when the playoffs is over. I mean, if we don't make it out of this round, there's got to be major changes. We can't just keep doing this first round bullshit again. So here's more from Cooper.
But I read that one already. By the way, and I don't mean Coop. There's no chance. I don't think Coop gets fired no matter what round. I think maybe he was in danger if we were first round to exit. Yes, but against this Montreal team, I don't think he does. I think he gets to keep his job.
Joe saying shot blocking has to be better. We kind of talked about this in other games. I don't know if it's a let Vasi see it, and that's what Vasi wants, or they're just not blocking the shots. Like you saw 2 goals tonight that were not from close to the net that looked handleable, but again, like if it goes off the deflection like it did for the second goal off McDonough, who's blocked more shots than almost anyone in NHL history, you know? So it's like you can't really give that guy shit for it. He probably was trying to block it and went in between his legs, and those are almost impossible to stop. Same thing. I don't know. Did that last goal for overtime, did it go off of any of our players, or did it just find the back of the net?
I think it just found the back of the net. By the way, apparently we're jinxing again because Vegas now just scored. So now it's 4.
Good. I want to go watch a hockey game that I don't need to stress about after this, and there's 2 games going on right now, so I'll be watching.
In case you guys didn't know, after that first game, Buffalo was losing bad to the Bruins, and we mentioned it on the show, and then all of a sudden the Buffalo ended up winning game 1. So now here we are with this game, just talked about 4-0. Now it's 4-1.
I also thought we just look slow compared to this Montreal team, and I think a lot of it goes to they're quick, they're a fast team. We look so damn slow.
But and I've talked about this before sometimes with the lines. Sometimes I think Coop puts somebody on a line that slows down that line. You got to keep your fast guys together. Why not have Point with Yanni and Gage? Or, I really thought James was flying down the ice tonight. James, we've talked about in the last couple of games. I really hope he gets on this score sheet in this next game because I think he deserves it. But you can't put an old man like Perry with 2 fast guys. He's not going to stay with them. And Montreal's going to say, hey, we know they're going to outskate, or they're going to have to slow down their skating to keep up with Perry. So we got to stop putting some old person with the fast guys.
Yeah, or I'm not against that because you tell Corey Perry to get in front of the net and get a deflection, piss off the goalie with a screen, but for some reason this team doesn't do those things. We don't create traffic in front of the net. We just let those kind of things beat us in overtime this time. Yeah, we're slow. We're slow, and I don't know. If we're playing a different team, maybe we don't look so slow. I got to say Montreal's got to be one of the faster teams out there.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm with you, Jamie. I think the team will do better on Sunday. I do not think we're going to see the team that played tonight. I thought this was the worst of all 3 games. Did you think?
Oh, 200%. And, Coop just came out and said that. Coop was like, this was the worst. Do you like when coaches call out players in open?
Yeah, I do.
I do too, but that's something Coop never does. I was watching something the other day, and it was right after the game 1 lost, and it was Canadian. It was a Canadian podcast or something, and they were like, "Listen, we don't even have Coop's media yet, but this is what he's going to say. He's going to say this, he's going to say this, he's going to say this," because Coop knows how to flip the narrative where he doesn't blame the players, he blames. And sure enough, he pegged it for game 1. Then he said game 2. This is what he's going to say. He was pegged it for game 2. Um, I wish Coop would just be like, you know, this person just needs to shoot the damn puck.
I'm going to retweet this so you guys can take a look at this. It's pretty interesting with the hockey analytics and stuff to see kind of who did what. Like basically Hagel, Cooch, Sorelli, Gord, Jorgensen were the guys. I guess you can throw Gensel in there. But, dude, Braden Point, what has happened to this guy? Follow us at We the Thunder Pod. And I'm going to tweet that right now. So what else? I mean, we can continue to just sit here and whine about it, but we all know what needs to happen Sunday.
Right.
Well, you say it's not a must win. You're sticking with that?
No, I don't think it's a must win. I think they have to show an improvement. If it's the same shit you got tonight, series is over if they lose. If they show an improvement and show that, I would love to see them win in regulation, not in overtime, the Bolts. But I think if it's a hard-fought game and a teeter-totter back and forth and Montreal gets it, I don't think that's a dagger for the Lightning. I think it has to be. And I said today you had to take the crowd out of the Bell Center quickly. They did do that. That after that first goal, it was very loud. And then they ended up with that point goal really silencing it down, and you kind of kept them quiet throughout until the game was tied 2-2. They're going to need to do that for game 4 too.
So I got Tony's comment up here about Pointer. He's got to be injured, right? I turned to Carly during one of the plays where he was basically kind of one-on-one with the defenseman, kind of going into their zone. And Braden Point used to be, he'd remind me of the speed of a McDavid or a McKinnon. And he didn't even try to beat the guy. Like he did his thing where he kind of goes to the side and circles back. And I'm just like, the guy's got to be hurt, right? It's got to be something that we don't know about. He's not full speed.
No.
Or he's just doesn't have that extra gear anymore. We haven't seen it this year.
But you know who we aren't talking about? Paul and Sorelli. Where are those guys at?
Well, I think Sorelli played fine. I mean, Sorelli's never been the goal scorer, but we do need him to score goals.
Right.
I did
Sorelli reminds me a lot of Killer, and that's what we need. We need those goals that are timely goals. And Paul's done absolutely nothing. I mean, face-offs, didn't even win all the face-offs. I mean, Nick Paul cannot do it all, but he needs to.
We got to have, and I see him in the chat, we got to have somebody step up. You look at Montreal, their fourth line did it all. Our fourth line, Corey Perry, -1. No other stats. Not a shot on goal, not a block, not a hit. Played almost 10 minutes. Dominic James, by the way, was a -2. So everyone, I mean, he looks flashy. He looks fast because you think he's one of our younger players. He's still got some speed to him. He's hitting. He's blocking shots. But defensively, guy's kind of been a liability, I think. Nick Paul, -1 in 8 minutes. 1 shot, 1 block, 3 hits. Braden Point had the goal, but was a -2. Just 1 shot. Just 1 shot.
I get it if we had Holmberg. We don't have Holmberg. It's got to be next man up. They got to figure something out. Yeah, we blamed last year or the 1 year for not having Point. We blamed 1 year for not having Cooch. This has been how we have played all year long. Is injured. We got to figure something out. We can't. It's got to be now.
The only pluses on our team, as far as plus minus, were Cooch, Hagel, Sorelli, and Chernak. That was it. Everyone else was even or down. So, yeah, Lilleberg, I've seen some comments. Sorry, I'm not on the comments right now, but I've seen some comments about Carlisle and Lilleberg. I mean, your third pairing is always going to be a bit of a liability. That's probably, I mean, I don't know. What are you going to do? We could put in Max Crozier, who hasn't played in 3 months.
It's either him or Bjorkstrand.
If only we had a all-world defenseman
Yeah.
playing with us.
Or a captain. There's the fire Halpern. Geeky. No, Kevin, I don't think Geeky is. I don't think Geeky's the answer.
This person's name is Fire Jeff Halpern on Facebook. That's dedication. Yeah, I mean, I'll give Halpern credit. He did kind of change up the power play a little bit. But like we were saying earlier, it's obvious to see what these guys are doing. And, bait them. If they're going to go after Cooch and put 2 guys on him, you scored that first goal like that. Make that quick pass, find the guy that's open. It's math. It's simple math. We already have an extra guy. They've got 2 guys going towards Cooch. Make that quick pass. They did in the first period, but somehow after all those other chances, they couldn't do it. Yeah, Tate, 3 overtime games, and we are literally 2 shots away from the series potentially being 3-0. 0 shots in 2 of those overtime losses, though. Unacceptable. All right, we're beating a dead horse at this. Not having a healthy head was going to be a problem. And yeah, that's the thing. Like, I want to be like, hey, where's our captain? But I don't think he's healthy. So,
But he's there.
I think he should be there. He's a captain.
He's there with the team. Doesn't seem to be helping.
Well, what do you want him to do? Give him a little pep talk?
Yeah, listen.
Good. Do something.
Nancy Harrigan, someone. By the way,
I don't know, man. My hope is fading because back in February I was like, man, this is a team that's gonna make a deep run in the playoffs. And since we came back,
I still think they do if they get past Montreal. I still think they are the Stanley Cup contender for the East. If whoever wins this, I think is the Eastern's representative for the Stanley Cup final.
I don't know. The way
And
these
by
guys
the way, if you listen to that interview yesterday with Esposito, I am not that old. Just an FYI.
Yeah, I got to pull that clip after we get off there. Espo's telling this story about how they had the conversation at Malio's on Dale Mabry, and he's like, Schoolie, you probably remember that place.
You're old enough to remember it.
That young fella shooter doesn't. He didn't say that about me, but that's what he's thinking. I should have told him my birthday.
The very first comment in the thing was my sister going, Schoolie, you're old enough to remember. I'm like, and then I started getting text messages going, how old does he think you are? It's like, I don't know, but he can call me anything he wants. The little backstory when, real quick before we get out of here and maybe leave on some fun notes. Number 1, he could go forever. Number 2, when he first sat down with us, he was like, who am I talking with? And he's looking, and we have our names up there, and he's like, Shooter? Is that Shooter? And Rob's like, yeah, my name's Rob, but they call me Shooter. And what's this one? Schoolie? Shoolie? And we're like, it's Schoolie. Schoolie, like school. And we're like, yes, Schoolie. All right, I've never done one of these, so.
Well, he's like, I didn't like school very much. And then he told us during the episode about how he threw his principal into a locker. Yeah, I'm telling you, if you want to cheer up a little bit about, after a tough overtime playoff loss, go listen to that as you go to bed tonight. It was a blast. That, like I said, that was my favorite episode we've ever done. Maybe that's it. We can't top that episode and the stories he tells. And I'm gonna see if we can get him again next season, because at the end I was having to rush him off because I had to go.
We both had to get to work.
And he wasn't done. He's like, you let me know, we'll do this again. I think the other funny part was like, I've never done a podcast before. I'm like, yes, you have. So we'll take it. Though. First ever podcast to have Philip Esposito on. Yeah, that was for me. That was an amazing thing. I know if it was for you too. Like I'm still super happy that happened. Like
it was funny because the night before, Shooter's like, "Hey, can you send over 3 questions? I don't know how much time we're gonna have, so just send over 3 questions so that we have these questions ready to go." And we're like, "Okay." I don't think we really got to ask any of those. And then before he sat down, we said, "What do you think? We got 20 to 30 minutes with him?" And he's like, "Yeah." An hour and like 10 minutes, and he's still going, and we're like, "Okay, we've got to go to work. Sorry, Phil." And it was something that was really good.
yeah,
But we always have that with these guests. We've had it with Esposito, with Coburn. They always are like, "Oh, I got about 30 minutes for you guys." And then they're on here for like an hour, and it's always you going, "We're going to let you run. We're going to let you run." And Shooter always says there is a private chat that we can talk to each other through. And they're like, he always says, if you guys need to go, then just message in there and we'll let you go. And I don't think I've ever seen any of our guests say, "Hey, I need to sign off." Instead, Shooter's always the one that says, "We'll get you off here." And it's always longer than they said they would be on.
yeah. So thanks again to Lightning. Steve Versnick actually made that happen. So
Yeah.
you're probably not listening to this, Steve, but thank you if you are. So hopefully, yeah, go listen to that. It'll cheer you guys up right away. I'm just happy thinking about it. So. Let's go. Okay. Montreal has found the chat. Hey, man, we gave Montreal credit. They played great this series. They got a good team, so don't be hating. But you're 2 shots away from it being 3-0, but it's not. You're up 2-1. It ain't over yet. Don't get too happy. So, all right, Schoolie, let's get out of here. Prediction for Sunday.
Regulation 3-1 Tampa.
I like a 4-1 win. I mean, it's almost like we talked about. You got to come out and win this game. So I think it's a back against the wall type of game where we just punch them in the face, and not with Sabourin, with scoring goals like we should be doing. We got to get back to that old school Lightning, not old school, the last couple of years hockey. I get the whole like evolution of the team as far as we needed to be tougher because the Panthers bullied us around a little bit last year, but it's like, no, we need to have a complete full team, and we need to score goals more than get in fights. So I'm gonna go, 4-1. Got to win on Sunday, and I did call
says just because Montreal is a shithole, but the Bell Center was rocking.
Yeah, I'd give them credit. It looked like a cool place to be to watch a game. And what I was talking about more is like, go watch a game in Armature Works. So yeah, I mean, just we're surrounded by beaches. Like, come on, man. This place is way better than Montreal. Give me a break. What's the temperature outside right now? 80. Get a
passport.
Well, trust me, I have one. I'll be in Europe for the second half of the playoffs, bud. So these Montreal fans, get out of here. Act like you've been here before.
Yeah.
Oh wait,
listen. Something that they talked to Eric. Eric asked because Benjamin's with the team in Montreal. Ben is, and Eric said to him, "Hey, I've got some people asking me, why do they say everything in French except for ref you suck? Why aren't they chanting ref you suck in French?" That's plain English. No, yes, they play Sunday and then they play Wednesday.
You know what's not stamped in here?
Canada.
Why the fuck would I go there? Anyway, we're just chirping at you, buddy. Relax. You're up 2-1. You should be happy. All right. We'll be back. Go listen to Espo. We'll be back Sunday night. What are we, 7 o'clock Sunday?
Yep.
All right. So we'll be back late night, Sunday night. Hopefully we'll be talking about a Bolts win, or we'll be talking about talking Schoolie off the ledge of what's the bridge that goes to Clearwater that you're going to be at?
What is that? The Courtney Campbell? No, not Courtney Campbell. What's the Coachman one there? It's
I don't know, the Clearwater Beach Bridge.
Yeah.
So yeah, you'll be broadcasting there.
Hey.
Go to the watch party over in Clearwater. That's actually going to be pretty cool.
Yeah.
So go check it out in Clearwater. And until then, this has been We the Thunder. Don't forget to be the Thunder.
That's it?
Y'all ready for the storm? Been waiting all season long. Shooter and Schoolie got the mic, bringing you the lightning hype.